Hey everyone. So I got some compliments on the Twin Peaks Funko Pop little scenario thing I had set up, and I actually had to take that down because Carl kept jumping on it in the middle of the night and knocking everything down. See, he's running away. So once I clear all the bric-a-brac out of my closet, I will set that up again with like the red room and all that stuff. But people were sort of interested in what other Funko Pops I have, and I have quite a lot of them, so I thought I'd do a little video showing off my collection, since people seem to like that kind of thing. So I'll start with, on top of my computer, I have my Mr. Robot ones. So I have Elliot. This was the only chase I ever got. I ordered it off of the Hot Topic website, and I got Elliot with the hoodie up, so that was cool. It's my first chase. There's Elliot with the mask. That was a box lunch exclusive. Mr. Robot himself. Got Darlene over here. Angela. And White Rose. White Rose didn't quite look like White Rose, unfortunately. It was kind of generic. I have Cooper up here because I don't know what to do with my Twin Peaks Pop vinyls till I clear up the space for them, so he's just up there for the time being. I kind of have the Twin Peaks guys a little all over. But let's take a little look at the collection proper. Over here, I just kind of have some miscellaneous ones that I didn't quite know where else to put them. So I have a couple Punisher and Thunderbolt Polisher. Colin Kaepernick, I have him mostly for political reasons. I don't really care about football all that much. Arseface and Bloody Cassidy. I love the Preacher comic books. The TV show I'm not too keen on because it's not faithful enough to the comic for me. But it's still more faithful than the Walking Dead one. I fucking hate the Walking Dead TV show after the differences they made. I don't care if it's 100% faithful, I just wish that if they did change something, it was always for the better or equal amount, but they always change things for the worse. Ryuk, I think his name is, from Death Note. I hate and can't stand anime or manga, but I just thought he was cool designed. And some of these pop vinyls that I get are just because I like the mold, or I like the design, or what the creature looks like, not necessarily because they're part of my fandom, and he was sort of one of them. I did like the Death Note movie, which I know a lot of fans of the anime and manga despised. But I liked it, probably because I don't know the manga all that well. The Flocked and Scented Swamp Thing. I've never played a Twisted Metal game, but this is another pop that I really liked, the evil clown there. Gizmo and Spike from Gremlins, and I have two Ashes from Evil Dead, the Army of Darkness one and the TV series one, where he's older. I thought they were pretty cool. Here I have my a little horror pop. I try to keep them themed whenever possible, but I just don't have enough room to put all the themed ones really together, so... So I'll start in the back. I have Bloody Freddy. You can't really see the blood specks on him all that much. He was box lunch exclusive. Needle Fingers Freddy from Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Let's get high. Bloody Jason, who is part of the 2-pack for box lunch. You can't really see the blood flecks all that much on him. Jason from Part 5, so it's actually Roy. He was a mystery Hot Topic box. Got Elvira back there. Who's the character Billy Crudup played in Alien Covenant? With the, I just like the face hugger on him. I didn't really like Alien Covenant all that much. Alien Queen, 6-incher. This is Wendy Torrance from The Shining. She came out of her stand here. Stands could be better made for Funko. Leatherface, Riff Raff from Rocky Horror, and I have two Chuckies, regular Chucky and Damaged Bride of Chucky. Oh yeah, one thing I don't really like about some of these Funko Pops is that they're not built very stable. Like Freddy has a hard time standing up on his own because he's very top heavy from the hat. So I sort of wish they had better like engineering to make them stand up better. But the reason I really like these Pops, even though they're kind of kitsch and, you know, I'm sure they'll be worth like 50 cents in the future when the fad runs out, is just because I used to collect a lot of action, like adult action figures from horror movies and stuff, but I never spent the money on the good Sideshow collectible ones, so I bought the cheap ones from NECA, and I just, between all the times I have to fucking move, I always lose their accessories, or their hands or feet break off, and I end up throwing them away. At least these guys, if they have accessories, they're part of the actual mold, so they can't be lost. So I just think they're sort of easier for that one. And I just obviously moved from the last place I lived, which is where I started collecting them, and this place, and nothing was damaged or anything, so at least they're made well to that effect. I just wish they were more structurally sound as far as standing up. Anyway, I got Predator here. Got Nosferatu. I thought he was really cool. Norman Bates from Psycho. Carrie with the blood. Reagan from Exorcist. And I have the regular Xenomorph with his little mouth hanging out. It's pretty cool. Over here, a couple more Alien Covenant ones that I just like the mold, even though I didn't like the movie that much. But the new Xenomorph and the Neomorph with the little alien baby. I thought that was pretty cool. I have the Mutant from This Island Earth, or Mystery Science Theater movie. So I thought he was really cool. I have two pinheads here. I have the glow-in-the-dark mystery box pinhead, and I have the regular pinhead with the Lament configuration puzzle box. I have, what's his name? Jack Torrance from The Shining, and I have Pennywise with the boat. So he's one of the Pennywises that came out. He's the most common one. They finally gave him in. I thought he was done pretty well. Then I have this shelf, which is my Stranger Things shelf. So I have 11 with Ego. I have regular Barb. I got Winona Ryder. Can't remember her character's name right now. Holding little lights. I have the science teacher. I thought he was pretty cool with his little plate with the drawing. Upside Down Will. He was a Think Geek exclusive. 11 with the water hat and everything. That was a Hot Topic exclusive. Carl's jumping on things. Upside Down Barb and Upside Down 11. They were a Hot Topic exclusive. Had to order them online. And the Demogorgon. The Demogorgon's one that it's really top heavy and it leans to the side, so I have to kind of prop him up there. He's not really well made as far as engineering or standing goes. This shelf is sort of another miscellaneous one. I have my Star Trek and Star Wars ones. Next Generation's the big one, so I have Picard, I have Data, and I have Locutus. I also have a couple of these horror mystery minis I got for last Christmas. And I have the Star Wars ones. I'm much bigger as a Star Trek fan than a Star Wars one, but they have a lot more Star Wars pops than they do Star Trek ones, so... I got Snoke just because I like villains, even though I'm not a big fan of Force Awakens. I'm not a big fan of Star Wars in general, but I kind of liked some of these. Darth Vader in the TIE Fighter, that was a Target exclusive. It's always harder to find Target exclusives. Some exclusives are easier to find those. Hot Topic and Box Lunch are usually pretty easy. Target's really hard because they never put them on the website. Same kind of Walmart's a little bit easier, but still kind of on the level of Target. A couple others are really, really fucking hard to get if they're exclusives. I forget his name, but he's the elephant. I got him at a local comic shop. The Emperor's Guard. I always like them in Return of the Jedi. They're briefly in there and they don't do anything. I just always like their design. And Saw Gerrera, who, even though I didn't really like Rogue One all that much, and his character is kind of given the shaft, I like the idea of a militant Che Guevara type person who fights the Empire with guerrilla war tactics. I wish they had done more with him. And I have my Fight Club action figures over here. And now the next bookcase is all Batman related, because, I mean, I'm not a huge Batman fan, but I'm a pretty big Batman fan. I collected a lot of the comics when I was a kid, so, and I like the animated series and everything, so I kind of like a lot of these Batman ones, so. Bane from the animated series, Poison Ivy from the animated series, Riddler from the 66 version, he will not stand up to save my life. I have this cool Batgirl. I have the animated series Batgirl. I have two Harley Quinns. The animated series Harley Quinn and this glow-in-the-dark one with the pop gun. Here I have Mr. Freeze from 66. I have the Burgess Meredith Penguin from 66. Animated series Robin. I have this bombshell Batgirl. I thought she was really cool and pin-uppy. I have the Carrie Kelly Robin. I like glasses, and I like redheaded girls with glasses, so I obviously had to get this one. Even though I'm not a huge fan of the Dark Knight Returns comic book, because it seems to support fascism, I really always like this Robin. King Tut from the 66 series. Phantasm from the animated series movie Mask of the Phantasm, thought he was pretty cool. Professor Radium Batman, and Negative Batman, these were Target exclusives. It was really hard to find them, and then they just showed up one day when I was looking for them, so I snatched them up. Because green's my favorite color, I really love this guy. Nightmare Batman from Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. I fucking hated that movie, but I just thought he was cool with his, grizzled 5 o'clock shadow and stuff. Batman Beyond Batman. I always like Batman Beyond. Old guy Batman from Dark Knight Returns. He's just all wrinkled and grizzled. And then these two Imposters I liked. I like the Penguin Imposter, and I like the Riddler Imposter. Then I have a shelf that's all Joker related. Well, this is just the Joker that came with the Killing Joke Blu-ray. Killing Joke Joker is one of my favorite pops. He was a GameStop exclusive at the time, but I'm a big fan of the Killing Joke comic book. The movie would have been better if they didn't add that hugely misogynist prologue to it. But I liked him. He's really cool with like the little drink that he is to crime. It's Arkham Asylum Joker, Impopster Joker. He was Suicide Squad. I fucking hated Suicide Squad, but I thought he was cool. Animated series Joker. He's another one top heavy because of his hair. It won't stand up. Also kind of think he should have had black hair if it's the animated series, but apparently it was just the animation. Old Guy Joker from Dark Knight Returns. I thought he was done really well. This was a Hot Topic exclusive with all the kiss marks. He's like the bombshell Joker. I thought he was kind of very suave. And then Surf's Up Joker. He was a Christmas present. Down here, I got Scarecrow from the animated series, Man-Bat from the animated series, and Clayface. Clayface is really heavy and really fucking cool. While I'm down here, I got some... This is Ducks and Disney Ducks. So I got Darkwing Duck. He's another one that has trouble standing up. Launchpad McQuack. Scrooge McDuck, who I've always liked, even though he's a capitalist pig. And then I have two Kingdom Hearts Donald Ducks. One is a Hot Topic exclusive, and one's a common. This is my Rick and Morty, more or less, shelf. Not that bunny. That bunny's something my father made in high school for my mother. I just didn't know where else to put him. But, and I have some mystery minis. I have a Summer and a Jerry. Tinkles with Ghost in the Jar. I really got this for Ghost in the Jar. Also, all of my glow-in-the-dark pops don't really glow in the dark. I guess they just don't get enough light, but I think one night the Ghost in the Jar was like glowing really fucking bright, and I was like, whoa, that's awesome. I think he's so cute, Ghost in the Jar. Plus, I think Total Recall is still my favorite Rick and Morty episode. By the way, I only started watching Rick and Morty like in March, so I'm a very new bandwagon fan. Snowball Pop. I also have Snowball. He sort of came with the Mr. Poopy Butthole action figure that you'll see in a second. That's Rick Mystery Mini. That's the Hot Topic exclusive Mr. Poopy Butthole with the gunshot wound. Mystery Mini Mr. Poopy Butthole, and action figure Mr. Poopy Butthole. I just think he's kind of a funny character. I got Mr. Meeseeks. I wanted the Barnes & Noble Meeseeks with the box, but I can't fucking find him. And Barnes & Noble is also one of those ones where it's fucking really difficult to find one of the exclusives. And then Morty Mystery Mini with the seeds there. And this is my animated shelf. So I have Stewie with his little like helmet there. Merida from Brave. I've never actually seen Brave. I just got her because I like redheads, so so I thought she was pretty there. I have a flocked Sam I Am from Green Eggs and Ham. I thought he was cool. He's a Barnes & Noble exclusive, but they were easy to get. Flocked Pooh, which is not as gross as it sounds. He was Hot Topic exclusive. Eeyore, because he's as depressed as I am. The Brain, he's another one that has trouble standing up because he's top-heavy. And regular Mickey. I always wanted Steamboat Willie Mickey, but he was vaulted and super expensive. I got Monkey Bomb, because I always liked cymbal-banging monkeys. I always thought they were kind of funny. Ramona Flowers, because I think she's pretty. Beetlejuice, he was a Hot Topic mystery box. I didn't really want him all that much, but I like Beetlejuice. I'm just not a big fan of how the pop's designed, but, you know. Casey Jones, who I thought was really cool. Behemoth. Bunny is my probably my favorite Nightmare Before Christmas character, just because that scene where the Easter Bunny's sniffing him and he just goes Bunny, and then the bunny jumps away. It's, I don't know, I cracked up like laughing all the time when that used to come on. I know I watched it on my VHS, so when he came out as a Hot Topic exclusive, I had to get him. Alice in Wonderland, because I have a fetish for Alice in Wonderland outfits, and Peppermint Patty, because I like freckled redheads. And then we got Michigan J. Frog, who always used to advertise the WB network, so I really wanted him. He's an Amazon exclusive, but very easy to get. Then I got Ickis and Crumb from Real Monsters. Stimpy. What I liked about Stimpy is if you're an inbox collector, and, you know, to each their own, but I like taking them out. I feel you can enjoy them more versus keeping them in the box. It feels like it's only for resale purposes. Like you're not a true fan, you're just a collector who wants to flip them. But you wouldn't see that they gave him like a little ass. I thought that was cute. And then Chucky and Tommy Pickles from Rugrats. I really like how Chucky's done. I thought he was really cool. And Velma, because I've always been attracted to Velma. So there you go. Jinkies. And then at that point I start to get to like miscellaneous stuff. So I have like Marty McFly and the DeLorean. That was Everett... Dr. Emmett Brown, rather. He was a Loot Crate exclusive, but he's pretty easy to get in the vault. My friend Matt actually sent this to me in exchange for a video game. Ming from Flash Gordon. I only got him because he kind of looks like me / Lenin. Like I could do like a head swap and make a Vladimir Lenin pop. I kind of like his opulent robe though. King Kong. I just thought he was cool for a 6-incher. I got glow in the dark Lo Pan from Big Trouble in Little China. Alex from A Clockwork Orange. I got Rowdy Piper, who I liked from They Live, but this is just his wrestler type. Miss Pac-Man, because why not? This is the guy from Assassin's Creed Crouching. He was a Loot Crate exclusive. He just came in a Loot Crate that I got because it had a Mr. Robot thing in it. I fucking hated the Assassin's Creed movie. It was awful. Big Daddy and Little Sister from Bioshock. I love Bioshock. Cubert, who I thought was cute. Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is the very first pop. I just bought him because I like Bernie Sanders, and then after him, I started because I used to see pops in the store, and because they call pop vinyls. For some reason, I thought they were like squishy, like I don't know why, because they don't look like it, but I thought they were like squishy stress toys because I was thinking vinyl, not like vinyl's just plastic. So, but then after him, I just started loving pops. So it's really Bernie Sanders' fault that I have this giant ass collection. And then I have, what's his name? Bado? I forget what his name is from the Ghost in the Shell movie. He's just because the theater was sent like a promo pack from Paramount Pictures, and one of my colleagues at the theater was like, oh, David collects pops, you'd like it, so that's why I have him. The Geisha from Ghost in the Shell, just because I really liked the design. That's one of those ones where I really like the mold. And then RoboCop, because I'm a huge RoboCop fan. It's like one of my favorite movies, so get him. Then this is my Fallout shelf. Nick Valentine, who's a companion. I really only got Nick Valentine and this Mystery Mini because I was getting Tinkles and Ghost in a Jar, and like the shipping was as much as the pop, but if I got these two, this one was dirt cheap, by the way, this Mystery Mini, because it's from like the last line, and I got Nick Valentine, I'd get free shipping, so I figured I could either pay for a pop's worth of shipping, or I can pay for a pop and get free shipping. I might as well get a pop. And then all these Vault Boys, because I really like them. I got Locksmith there. I think that's Charisma, the thumbs up one. Adamantium Skeleton. This is because they had, Hot Topic had the mystery boxes for the Fallout, for Vault Boy, and nobody bought them, so eventually they took them out of the mystery boxes and sold them for only $5, so that's how I got Medic, Toughness, and Adamantium Skeleton, and then the regular common Vault Boy is back there as well. But I'm a Fallout fan. I only just a couple months ago got Fallout 4 for the first time because I didn't have a PS4 for a while, but then when I moved in this apartment, I was like, fuck it, if I'm going to be single, alone, depressed, I might as well have a PS4 and play Fallout, so there we go. So I thought they were really cool. This is a miscellaneous shelf. I have Vito Corleone and Fredo Corleone from The Godfather. I liked how they were designed, and I like to use a little Persian cat who was in like comics. John Wick, because I'm a big fan of those two movies. Molly Ringwald, so I'm a huge Molly Ringwald fan, because she's gorgeous, and I love redheads, so I have her from 16 Candles, and her from Breakfast Club. And then, this is Lindsay Lohan from Mean Girls, because, you know, redhead again. Even though they don't make the hair all that red on these two pops, this one looks a bit more red. I mean, you can't really tell with the shitty lighting in my apartment, but they're... And then, Sweep the Leg Johnny, the villain from Karate Kid. Not so much because I'm a big Karate Kid fan, but because I really liked when he played himself on How I Met Your Mother. Then I come over here, and I have a little South Park shelf here. So I have Professor Chaos. Yeah, Professor Chaos. Butters. Cartman with Clyde Frog is a GameStop exclusive. Cartman with the glasses. And then Goth Stan, who's... he was a Hot Topic exclusive. Again, if you were an inbox collector, you wouldn't see the cool, like, little raven on his back. You'd only see that he has this Edgar Allan Poe picture on the front, but I really liked... He was really cool. And of course he's a Hot Topic exclusive. He's a goth kid. Burn Hot Topic, burn it down. This is sort of a Marvel shelf I have set up here. So I have Carnage, who I always liked. Daredevil and Matt Murdock. I'm not a big fan of the Daredevil TV show. I've only watched Season 2. And from Season 2, I liked all of the supporting characters, but I did not like anything involving the storyline of actually Daredevil, Matt Murdock, and Elektra, and the Hand, and all the ninjas. I found that boring as shit. And then I've watched like 3 episodes of The Defenders, and I also find it boring as shit, so I don't know. And then some Guardians of the Galaxy ones. I have Howard the Duck. I've always loved Howard the Duck. I even liked the shitty 80s movie, just because I was a huge fan of it as a kid. That movie does not hold up, by the way, as an adult. It's not one that I'm like, oh, I still love it, and it's, you know, it's unfairly maligned, but I still think it's it is unfairly maligned, but it's not that good of a movie, but I still love it anyway. And then this dog from, you know, Cosmo, I only got him because he's a communist, CCCP, and there aren't that many communist pop vinyls. And Ivan Drago's like $100 if I try to buy him on eBay, or at least like 60, so can't get him. Deadpool, he, much like Emmett Brown from Back to the Future, Deadpool was also a trade from my friend Matt for a video game, so that's why I have him. And then Punisher from the Daredevil TV show. I used to have him with the other Punishers, but Carl has a... he tends to jump on that first shelf I showed you and knock down these pop vinyls, and it was causing, because the Marvel ones have to be a bobblehead for licensing purposes, it was causing his head to like twist all the way around. So I put here, because Carl never jumps on these low ones, sometimes he'll try to jump on the high ones. Not this one though, mostly the Batman one and the horror one is where he tries. Anyway, this is a Ghostbusters shelf, so I have some other Ghostbusters stuff. I have this toy of Ray that I got for Christmas. I have Sigourney Weaver and Rick Moranis, Gatekeeper Keymaster, toasted Stay Puffy. Like, yeah, guys, you going on? I've got Winston and the Ecto-1. I thought it was pretty cool. This was a Christmas gift as well. This is a Ghostbusters nesting doll, because I really like nesting dolls. And if you pull up all the different layers, the different Ghostbusters and Slimer. I thought Slimer's really cool because he stands from the slimes. It almost looks like he's floating if you look at it quickly. That's the Lego Ecto-1. I had made that a little while ago. Thankfully, it did not get all disassembled or broken when I was moving, so I wrapped it up well enough. And there's Peter Venkman and Ray Stantz. Egon is vaulted and worth a lot of money, so that's why I don't have him. He's too expensive. There's the Lego Ghostbusters, and there's no, the Hellhound. He's not Gozer, is he? He's not Zool. Maybe he's Zool. Yeah, it's not Gozer. Gozer's the main villain, but yeah, I guess it's Zool. Over here, this is a smaller bookshelf, so I just have my Duck Dodgers and Marvin the Martian. I love Marvin the Martian, so I have the regular Marvin the Martian. I have this overpriced $50 Marvin the Martian in a rocket ship. He's like limited to 5,000. He's probably the most limited one I have. He was like a one-day flash sale on Funko Shop, and I saw him, and I just had to have him because I love Marvin the Martian. And then there's Marvin from Space Jam. And I like any of these pops that have like helmets on them. I don't know why. So it's Daffy Duck as Duck Dodgers. So yeah, these and the Twin Peaks ones that you saw in the other video. That's all the pop. Oh, that is not all the pop vinyls. I am lying. I also have these two new Twin Peaks pop vinyls. They're still in the box because until I get my my Twin Peaks display up, I don't see a reason to take them out. But I have Black Lodge Cooper, Black Lodge Laura 2-pack. This was a box lunch exclusive. They're not doppelgangers in the scenes that they're from, because they're both from the season 2 finale. It used to be the series finale, but it's not now. Where Cooper's pouring the coffee, and it's like thick like oil, like coffee. And the meanwhile hand gesture of Laura, but they're not doppelgangers during that scene, so I don't know why they gave them the white eyes, but whatever. So yeah, so that's my pop vinyl collection as of now, which is September of 2017. I've already pre-ordered Ginny Weasley, so I know I'm getting more, because, you know, again, redhead stuff. One last thing before I go, though. This is where my pop vinyls, they're in what would be a normal person's dining room, but I don't dine, so there you go. I bought this chevron rug, so it looks like the floor of the Black Lodge. And Lodge Cat, there's Carl. Hey, baby. Hey, Carl Marx. What you do, Carl? You're so cute. Look how cute you are. You're just laying. Are you trapped in the Black Lodge? Huh? You trapped in the Black Lodge? Yeah, he's so cute. I love him so much. What you doing, baby? Yeah, so I like a lot of the molds on the pop vinyls, but, you know, none of them are as cute as my little Carl. You poofy. Okay, well, I guess I'll leave it there, and I don't know. You can count how many pop vinyls that was, and then correspond that with the earlier Twin Peaks one to see how many I have. I assume I have over 200, but I don't know the exact number. And yeah, that's about it. You know, I'll get more, and if I have enough to actually warrant another video on them, I will. But for those who just wanted to see the Funko Pop collection that I have, that's that. So yeah. Any last words, Carl? you know,